Hello everyone and welcome back to the Kennel. I'm Selena Alleman.
And I'm Matthew Johnson as always.
Always.
I hope you all had a wonderful week, and now it's time to get back into the regular swing of things this week.
Oh, Matthew, this isn't just any old week for you.
Well, you're right, Selena. Something big did happen this week. It just so happened to be my
anniversary of being hired here on staff at Opelika High School.
Yes, definitely.
We here at Opelika High School have been so blessed to have you on our staff these past few decades.
Decades?
Speaking of decades, let's send it on over to Claire Worth, who has for certain been the best sports anchor of the decade.
Hey.
This is Opelika Sports.
What's up, guys? I'm Claire Worth, and welcome back to sports. It's been a long time since we've talked, so let me get you up to date. Congratulations to our swim team, who placed 4th overall in sectionals with only 9 swimmers at the Birmingham Cross Place. Yeah. Placing first in the 200 melody relay and 200 freestyle relay were Brady Jones, Julia Bush, Beth Dahl, and Sarah Bush. Brady Jones placed first in the 100 breaststroke and second place in the 50 freestyle. Go Brady! Julia Bush qualified for state in 50 freestyle and 100 freestyle. Beth Dahl placed first in backstroke and also qualified for state in the 100 butterfly. Everyone is invited to cheer on our swimmers, Brady Jones, Julia Bush, Beth Dahl, and Sarah Bush, as they compete for the state championship this Friday at 5 p.m. and Saturday at 2 p.m. at Auburn University.
Let's go, ladies!
Yeah. The girls basketball team defeated Carver Montgomery 64-53 on the Tuesday before the break. The boys lost to Carver Montgomery 74-57. Both teams traveled to Dothan that Thursday. The girls won 59-46, and the boys lost 71-74. Over the break, the girls defeated Kendrick High School 67-44 in the Columbus Shootout Tournament, where LaDeja Hughley was named MVP. Congrats, Deja. The guys played in the tournament in Birmingham and lost to Hartselle, Auburn, and Homewood. Finally, both teams traveled to Smith Station Tuesday, with the girls defeating them 58-22 and the boys defeating them 64-57. Here we go. Both teams play at Lafayette tonight at home. JV boys start at 4:30 and the varsity girls will follow. Very important announcement for Coach Button. His freshman dogs are killing it, and we want all of you to come out and support the dogs next Monday at 6:15 against Auburn at Auburn. Well, I really hate to say this, but football season is officially over. Heartbreaker. The guys lost in the 4th round to Spanish Fort last Friday night, 24-27. Eric Watts had 2 touchdowns while Brody Davis had 1. Marshall Myers also hit a 36-yard field goal. It was a tough loss for the guys, especially for our seniors. 4 of them actually got to share with me a little bit about this season. Here's more of the story. Opelika football ended their season last Friday night with a record of 11-2. They lost 24 seniors, and 4 of which I brought into the studio to share what the season has meant to them.
It's been a lot, we've overcome so much, and we grew together throughout the season, and we made a lot of memories, so that'll last a long time.
Well, my senior season meant a lot to me because I got to build a lot of relationships with my teammates, and then these relationships and these bonds, they're going to last forever, and then I wouldn't trade nothing about this season for nothing in the world.
This season meant the world to me, just because I came up as a freshman, and it's been a long 4 years, and it's been an unforgettable 4 years. From playing in Jordan here my freshman year and going to the 3rd round 2 years in a row, and the 4th round this year. It's been a long 4 years, but they've been great. I wouldn't trade it for the world. From being around my teammates and my coaches and just everybody affiliated with Opelika football, it's been unforgettable, and I can't thank God enough for it.
It's meant a lot to me because we've been dreaming of this moment our senior year since middle school, and it was finally here, and we really got to do it and go for it.
These 4 seniors also want to leave a little advice for the underclassmen for the years to come.
What I want to leave with the underclassmen, live it up, because I still remember freshman year like it was yesterday, and it'll fly by in the blink of an eye, so.
Well, I guess I would just want to leave with them, just like, if you ever faced with any type of adversity, let that be injury, trouble, anything like that, just keep on fighting through and just work harder every day.
I was going to leave it with this. Whatever you do, just work harder. Always work harder than the coaches. Trust them. They're going to have you in the right position. They're going to have you in the right weight room. They're going to have you doing everything right. Trust the coaches and just trust the process.
Don't take anything for granted. Like your younger years, like 10th, 9th, 11th grade, really take all the moments for granted, especially in your senior year, because that's when it starts to hit you that dang, this is it. This is my last time playing with the people I've been playing with for years. So just trying to focus on that and y'all just stay together that whole time and play for you.
Well, we're all crying, and that made me really sad. Four of my best friends will never step on that field to play another football game for Opelika. But we here at the Kennel are beyond proud of the entire team, and we know that each of you have huge things ahead of you. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a great Thursday, and as always, go Dogs!
Well, thank you, Claire, and congrats to all of our sporting teams.
Hey, were you ever a coach here?
Selena, do I look athletic?
Hey, coaches don't play.
Okay, true, but no, I cannot say I was a coach. Have you ever done any sports, Selena?
Well, Matthew, as a matter of a fact, I am an Olympic champion in race walking.
Race walking?
Oh yes, it's a wonderful sport. You should try it.
Well, while Selena explains it to me, let's find out what's happening throughout the rest of the school.
Hello, guys and gals, and welcome back to What's Happening. I'm Marshall Thornton.
And I'm Briley Gregory. I missed the kennel so much over the break.
Oh, I did too. I'm still stuffed.
And I'm sure everyone missed us over Thanksgiving break. I'm not sure how people survived without knowing what was going on around OHS.
Well, everyone did come back, so hopefully everyone can finally know everything that's going on.
The deadline to submit to perspectives is coming up quick. This perspective staff highly encourages everyone to submit an original poem, story, or artwork to the magazine. The deadline is December 12th, and you can pick up forms from your English teacher or outside Miss Thornberry's store.
Candy grams are officially on sale for 25 cents each. Make sure you buy them for all your friends. The deadline is December 15th, so find an Acre Club member to place an order. Those candy grams are a handful to deal with every year.
Really? Why? People only get 4 or 5, if that, right?
No! Some people have 15 or more.
Wow. I hope someone gets me that many. Today's lunch is chili with cornbread and pizza with lima beans.
Friday is Sloppy Joe with barbecue pork on the bun. And just a reminder, credit recovery is canceled for today.
Well, looking how my English grade is, that's not too good news for me.
Well, that's all we have for today.
We hope everyone has a great rest of your week getting ready for the holidays.
We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
So that's race walking. That one seems interesting. Okay. Wait, Selena, where are you going? Oh, wait, who's that? Well, it's Dr. Seymour. Well, hello. Well, what are you doing here?
Well, Mr. Johnson, we just wanted to congratulate you on your over 30 years of experience here at Opelika High School and wanted to commemorate you for that.
I'm so confused.
Well, don't worry. There's someone who's been here even longer than you. Here he is, always in Shirley's History Facts.
Shirley's History Facts. What's this fact of the week gonna be?
On this date in 2013, Nelson Mandela, the President of South Africa and a civil rights activist, passed away.
Shirley's History Facts. History Facts.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Shirley. Matthew, do you have any facts?
Well, not off the top of my head, but I do know someone who knows very important information, but since AO is a timed event, so is he. He has
31 seconds.
This week in world news, PG&E were officially fined $1.6 billion for the failure to inspect and replace transmission lines, causing one of the deadliest California wildfires to date. On the other end of the thermometer, a ruthless snowstorm blew into northeastern America on Monday. New York was declared a state of emergency, causing more than 4,000 plane cancellations and delays all over the U.S. Next up, inflation in Europe is rising higher than expected due to rises in food and service prices. However, the factors affecting those prices are expected to only be temporary. Finally, Donald Trump stated that the U.S. and Russia wanted a new treaty regarding nuclear weapons.
He must be moving slower because he's a little rusty from over the break.
Yeah, that's probably it. You know, I'm glad though for what he does, otherwise I wouldn't know a lot about world issues.
Well, there's some older news from inside the school that you may be interested in as well.
Oh, cool. I'd love to hear about something happening inside the halls of OHS.
Well, Matthew, this thing has happened inside the walls.
In the walls?
You better believe it. A few days ago, I caught up with the master beekeeper who was tasked with removing some interesting little critters from the walls of our school.
Over the summer, Opelika High School got some surprising new guests. A hive of honeybees moved into the school's walls. Instead of calling an exterminator, school administrators called master beekeeper Damon Wallace. But the task was a little more complicated than it first seemed.
Normally, we don't see bees behind a brick wall. Normally they're in a house or a building, and you can take the siding off, do other kinds of things where you can physically get in and see them. But we use several thermal instruments to try to locate them from inside, in the ceiling, from the outside, and we just could never find them, so they were somewhere in there.
Now, your first reaction, if this happened where you live, may be to call an exterminator, but honeybees are a vital asset to our food chain and the ecosystem.
They've been described as the most important insect on the face of the earth. And in fact, the honeybee gives you 1 out of every 3 bites that you take.
Wallace used what's known as the trap-out method, which allows the foraging bees to leave but not enter back into the hive.
As smart as a honeybee is, they aren't small enough to go to the very tip of that cone. They're going to go back to the wall, and they can't get in. So it's really a one-way thing. You come out, but you can't get back in.
By sealing off other entrances, the bees could not continue to bring in supplies. Wallace then placed a beehive with a young brood of live bees and a recently mated queen to entice the bees into moving into a new hive. Although the mature bees were trapped out, it still took several months for the recently hatched bees to be old enough to leave the walls and join the new hive.
From the day an egg is laid, in 21 days, a worker bee will emerge, and she will typically spend the next 21 days, that's another 3 weeks, inside the hive learning to be a bee. So she won't even make her entrance to the outside until after 6 weeks from the day the queen laid the egg. So you just have to kind of just wait them out.
Learning to be a bee seems simple, but the ladies go through several jobs inside the hive before they are mature enough for the final task, as the hive's food and supply gatherers. Despite Wallace's hopes to relocate the hive to his apiary, the hive added one more dramatic twist to this bee story.
I came out to button them up, salvage them, and take them to my apiary here in Opelika, but they were gone. So for some reason, they did not like the hives that I set up there, so the bees are somewhere.
According to recent studies, the honeybee population is in severe decline. That's one reason Wallace is hosting an introductory course in January for those who are interested in taking up the hobby. The 8-week class costs only $60 and will cover everything you need to know about becoming a beekeeper. By the end of the course, you can leave with the package of your very own starter bees. For the Kennel, I'm Selena Alleman.
If you're interested in taking the upcoming bee classes, please reach out to damonwallace.bman@gmail.com and consider taking this very beneficial class.
Well, Selena, I think it's almost time for the bell, so I better buzz along since apparently I have a class to teach now.
Well, I had better hurry along to my next class as well. From our technical director Denson Gould.
And equipment operators Drew, Chris, and Hamara.
Go Dogs.
And have an amazing weekend.